Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a foundation review on the brand new Covergirl TruBlend Matte Made foundation. Now I was sent a very generous PR package which arrived yesterday. I did full swatches for you of all 40 of the shades. So if you're not subscribed already, this would be a great time to do so. I make makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, and product reviews here on my channel as well as on Instagram. If you're not following me on my other socials as well, it's at Sarah Tanya Official, and I will link everything down in the description box as well. We're doing the most in this video, so if you want to see how the foundation turned out, you want to see swatches, all that good stuff, then keep on watching. So I just swatched all 40 shades and I found my shade match. My closest shade match is D50 and D60, somewhere between these. I think D60 has a little more red undertone for me, and then D50 seems to be a perfect match, but I wanted to see how it looks like really on my face and then decide as I'm applying. And then I kept out the shade D90 because I'd like to use that around here. I'm so much darker like around my forehead, so I'm going to use this as like a contouring color. So to start, I'm going to take this color D50 and I'm going to dot it kind of all over my face and start blending it out. Kidding, stop right there. I did not put primer on. We're going to reset this right now. Oh my god, what a fail. So for primer, they gave us 4 primer options. There is the TruBlend Base Business Skin Primer. This one is in the Skin Smoothing. Then they gave us the TruBlend Pore Minimizing. Then there is the Illuminating Primer. And then lastly, the color neutralizing primer. I'm going to try out Skin Smoothing Primer. Feels very good, kind of like a moisturizer. I'm going to try the Pore Minimizing Primer as well. Okay, so my skin is definitely feeling smooth. I do feel like it's filled in my pores a little bit. What's interesting is that I'm getting like a little bit of a like tingling sensation, which I'm not exactly used to, and I don't know what to attest it or attribute it to, but there's like kind of a tingling sensation going on. So the illuminating primer, I'm just going to swatch for you guys. So it is an illuminating primer, but I feel like for my complexion, it's just going to come off a little ashy. For light to medium, it's probably just fine. Alright, so going back in with this foundation. Oh, so it blends out really easily. I think it's a medium coverage foundation. It's probably pretty buildable. Okay, so just one pass over it. That was like 2 pumps of the foundation, 2.5 pumps. You can see that I have like medium coverage, so I'm gonna add way more because I'm a full coverage girl, and see how this looks once it is laid onto the face. So I'm actually gonna go a little bit darker and add D70, and I want to see because I'm just feeling like it's a little bit light, so I'm going to D70 because I feel like it'll make an actual difference. Okay, so I think D70 is going to be the closest match. I have layered quite a few layers and it still doesn't really go to full coverage. It still stays at that medium coverage, but it feels really good on the skin. So this definitely feels like a foundation that you would wear every single day. So to contour, I'm gonna add the D90 shade. Okay, so I've finished blending out this foundation and I don't know, I feel like my face is looking very, very dull. I don't know if it's like the lighting today. I'm not sure like what's happening, but this feels very dull. Usually my skin looks much warmer than this right now. And when I tried to add like my cream highlight and contour, I just had like a problem blending it out a little bit. So to me it's looking really patchy, like here on my cheeks, and it honestly looks so much better in person than it does on camera, but I'm not really sure what to do about it. Like, not even if I add foundation on my cheeks, which honestly my cheeks do not need any more foundation than they have. I don't know, I was having a really hard time using that deeper color to contour. So yeah, I mean, this is it blended out. I've been blending for a really long time. Like honestly, up close it looks really good, but on the monitor, like it looks really bad. And I don't know like how to correct that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face as usual, and then we'll see if we can, it'll look better once everything is set. Okay, so I've pretty much completed the skin. I'm going to spray my face a little bit. I'm going to use the Skin to Navia Finishing Makeup Spray, which I use pretty much on a daily basis. Even though this is like a bridal spray, I have very oily skin, so I usually use this. Sometimes I go in with a little bit of Fix Plus during my routine and then use this, but I always end up using this. I know I don't always show it in videos, and it's only because I forget, but on a day-to-day, this is what I use. So I'm going to spray my face with this right now. It's 2:54 p.m. right now, so we're going to come back in a few hours and we are going to discuss foundation. I was a little nervous, was a little touch and go about this foundation, but as I finished my routine, like, I don't think it's so bad. I don't know what it is about the undertone that I feel like I'm looking like very, very dull, but after I put a little bit of bronzer on, I set my face, I used all the powders, it actually looks really good. I'm going to take a photo so you can see, but it actually looks much better in photo than it does on the monitor as I'm watching it right now. So hopefully, like, once I'm editing this, it'll show a more true reflection of what I'm seeing when I look into the mirror. Yeah, so that's all for now. We will check back in a few hours. Okay, so I've come back. Time is 6:01, and I just want to show you how everything is holding up. I am starting to get a little bit oily in this area around my nose, mostly that. Barely anything is going on around those smile lines. I'm very, very impressed. And I'm starting to get a little oily on my chin. Now these are areas that I usually do get oily in, so I'm pretty impressed as to how there is no like actual cracking going on down here, around here, which I usually get pretty quickly. So this is a really great foundation to be wearing through the day. I did finish my makeup off camera. The only thing that you really saw that interrupted with the skin at all during this time is that I added some highlight. This is the Makeup Shader and ColourPop highlight. But other than that, I feel like everything is as it was when I last saw you. In terms of final thoughts of this foundation, it's a medium coverage foundation. I think this foundation is perfect for something that you would be picking up for an everyday foundation. This isn't a foundation that I would use if I wanted to do full glam, or if I was going out in the evening to events, that kind of stuff. I would pick something probably with a more full coverage like the Huda Beauty, which is kind of my go-to. But for an everyday thing, I do not want full coverage for an everyday, so I do like how it sits on my skin. I think that the only thing, and I don't know that it's my lighting or the undertones of this foundation or something, but it's coming up really ashy on the monitor, which is super frustrating. And when I look at myself in the mirror, even though I've done my highlight, contour, bronzing, everything, I do feel like I look a little bit gray. Now this is probably not something that people are necessarily going to notice, but it might come up in photography, that kind of thing. And I do take a lot of photography, so that's a little bit frustrating. But on a day-to-day, like, who cares, you know? I am very impressed with this foundation. I think I'm going to continue to use it. We'll see. I think I need to use it a few more times to figure out what this like ashy situation I'm talking about is, if it's just in my head or if it's like a real thing. That is it for my thoughts for this foundation routine. I just want to say thank you so much to Covergirl for sending over this foundation. I'm very impressed with the formula, with the blendability, with everything. We did have a few hiccups as we were working through, but I think it was more the colors that I was picking than anything else. So if you have not subscribed, this would be a great time to subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out and it lets me know that you are enjoying the content that I am creating. I'd love it too if you just follow me on all my other socials. I will link them down below. It is at Sarah Tanya Official on Instagram specifically, and I'll link all the other stuff in the description box as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below any other videos that you want me to film, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless you, and remember, don't let anybody dim your glitter. Bye!